Welcome back to Chastatic Gaming. I'm Chastatic, and today we're going to play Golden Axe. This time I have played Golden Axe before, but this time I'm playing the original Mega Drive, or as you Americans call it, the Genesis version. I'm going to play as Thunderhead because the green dwarf with the big axe is the best one. And why would you play a game called Golden Axe and go someone with a sword? Death Adder invaded the castle and has taken the king and princess. My good friend Alex was killed in the battle. To defeat them to bring peace to the land is my duty. Okay, so bring peace to the land and defeat people. Whoa. The thing about this is because it's quite an early game. I think this was 1988. You'll find that all you have to do is just, if you constantly move up and down the planes, pretty much nobody will ever hit you. And there is no time limit, so it's not even like you don't have to worry about the time running out. So you can just take your chance at hitting someone, and you'll pretty much never take any damage. That being said, I'm probably going to take a lot of damage in this because I am not very good at this game. Particularly, there's a couple of bosses. Again, with this being such an early game as well, there is... Oh dear. I'm going to need to take some damage to get off this thing because I hate these things. Okay, there we go. We've let her take that thing because hopefully it'll run away. Now, I'm not 100% sure how the damage works in this because you do seem to have... You can see that there's 5... I've put it up to max health. There is 5 bars below me, but they don't represent 5 specific hits. It might be 5 knockbacks or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. There are certain moves as well, with this being such an early title, that are sort of overpowered. Like the run and charge does seem to be the most useful move, especially for some bosses. There is some points as well that it's really good to just run and charge and use that to knock people off edges. Anyone who's familiar with the channel or has looked back at my early... Whoa, sugar! Has looked back at my early content might have seen that I did play... oh, sugar, I'm going to actually take some damage here. Will have seen that I did play the arcade version of this, which is superiorly better, far superior in so many ways. But this is the version that I had on my Mega Drive. I didn't have an original cartridge for this. Oh, we've actually lost some health now. It wasn't the original. I didn't have the original game just itself. I had this alongside a collection. Actually, it was a fantastic collection to have. It was what was on it again? So we had It was a 6-in-1 cartridge. It had a Motor Grand Prix game, a soccer game, Streets of Rage, this, and Sonic 1. I think I might be one short somewhere, but all the important ones were covered there anyway. It was an absolute awesome thing to get, and it came along with our Mega Drive. So right away, you've already got 3 of the 3 original games of the 3 of the best franchises for it, for the Mega Drive. So fantastic start from the get-go. I think it was Revenge of Shinobi. That was the other one. Revenge of Shinobi was on it as well. Again, another fantastic game. That was a sequel, of course, to Shinobi on the Master System. I never actually played the original, and I never actually played Shinobi 3 either until I got the Sega Mega Drive collection, or the Sonic Gems collection. No, not Sonic Gems collection, sorry. The Sonic, the Super Sonic collection, or whatever the American name was for it. Now, this is something that I noted in the... This is something that I noted in my when I was playing the arcade version. Now, I never realised that this entire village is literally called Turtle Village because it's all on the back of a turtle. That wasn't very obvious. If you look at the end here where his feet are, they're actually supposed to look like barnacles. To me, they always look like teeth, but I haven't seen the arcade version that makes it much more apparent. Now, this is probably the only game that I think I've ever seen where actually, with there being mounts like dragons, they're actually more of a hindrance than they are actually good for you. Another massive limitation of this game was, well, I think I'm actually going to lose a life here. A massive limitation of this game was the fact that they could actually only support 3 enemies on screen at once. Oh, sugar. Thank you for knocking me off. I'll just let her on. Which meant that technically it should never have got too difficult at any point. It's just that some of the enemies do get particularly difficult. Like the last level is just the last boss and 2 constantly respawning skeletons, which doesn't sound too bad to manage. It's just a case of the last boss does so much damage to you, and he has all of the magic abilities that all of the characters have, which he just uses at random, and you have no way to... Oh, just lost a life there, unfortunately. Come on, back up. He has all the magic abilities that all the characters have, and you pretty much have no way to block it. If there is a way to block it, note that down in the comments below, because I would love to know how to do it. Oh, come on. After bragging so much about how it's really easy to not get hit in this game, I'm starting to get... Oh, try to start to show me up a bit. There we go. And we'll just use that. So I've collected full magic. That is one of the things about using Thunderhead. I'm pretty sure Thunderhead was his name. Was the fact that he had the least amount of... It's the weakest... He has the weakest magic, but to get his most powerful magic, you need the least amount of... Oh, come on, stop just standing there and letting her do this. There we go. He has the least amount of magic to collect to get maximum magic. However, it's the weakest. Tyrus's is the most powerful. That's where the dragon comes and engulfs the entire screen in flames. She, unfortunately, though, I think that takes something silly like 10 bottles of magic, which is a ridiculous amount, and I think it takes like 3 or 4 levels before you can even get that much magic. So that was never a viable choice for me. I don't know if there actually was like differences in their power, like the character's power, but... Oh, sugar. Come on, I hate your dragons. Your dragoons. Your dragoons. Oh, jeez, oh. I actually find, as I mentioned before, I find these mounts more of a hindrance because they control really awkwardly, and it's very, very awkward when you try to get these guys. Okay, we knocked him off the edge. So this is a sort of like mini boss rush. In the last level we had 2 of these ladies to deal with, just before the end of the level, as well as one of the skeletons. So we've got these guys to deal with, and then we'll have the big Hammer Brothers from before. Not to be mistaken with the, not to be mistaken for the Mario Hammer Brothers, because they're very, very different. Deb. So let's stand back here. Oh, unfortunately we've got them both out. Oh, come on. The Belly Bros. Oh. That was something from Streets of that was one of the really cool things I thought of Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage has, if you've played Streets of Rage before, it has, it was made on the same, the original Streets of Rage was made in the same engine as this, and one of the things that it done was one of the bosses was a very large man who blew fire, and there was a lot of grab and throwing moves in Streets of Rage, because and if you tried to grab him and throw him, you would actually just hurt yourself, which was quite a funny idea, because I suppose it does look a bit ridiculous when you've got Thunderhead picking up a guy this much bigger than him. We don't really need this magic. Come on. Come here. We don't really need this magic, but it doesn't let us progress until those guys either run away or we've used all their stuff. You gotta love the way that the way that they got by the system limitations. There was only so many character sprites they could have on screen, and only so many variations due to space limitations. So what do? They just gave them oh sugar. I'd pressed the A button, but fortunately I was getting battered about. Oh, come on, don't. This is one of those parts that gets a lot easier when you start to take people out. Yeah, there we go. And all they done instead of drawing hundreds of different enemies, all they did was recolor the sprites. I think there's about 4 or 5 different times you fight these night guys. And I'm going to be honest, I spam this move because it's the only move to 100% hit them every time without them getting a U. It's an exploit. This is what happens. I'm pretty sure there's a term for that. It's in game design called dominant strategy. If there's an easy way of doing things, people will always use that instead of using... If you intended this to be fought any other way, then you were not very good at designing a game because there was this dominant strategy right here. It's not very exciting though. Boom! You would like to think it done more damage than it looks like because those spikes on his head. I'm only going to play until I lose this next life, which will probably be on this level. Ooh, let's grab those. Boom. Ha! So we're coming off that blah blah blah. If we dare, we're going to move towards the castle and 4170. Does that add up 13? It probably does. No, it doesn't. It's 12 actually. Wow. Must be something going on in the background there. I had a little bit of slowdown on my computer. Need to switch the antivirus off when I'm doing these things, I suppose. Come on. Oh, skeletons. The thing that I always found really weird was the way that these guys, the sort of slow frame rate that you get with the way that they move as well. It's always really, I always thought it was really cool. Whoa! No, 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 no! Don't get me! Ah, get scheme booted there. Get me from both sides there. Come on, come on, come on. This must be something going on the computer there. I'm not sure. There must be something running in the background. I'm pretty sure I switched all the processes off. Whoa, whoa. Don't hit me. No. Come on. So these are shadow enemies of some description. Whoa. No, 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 no. No, no. And off. And you get caught between them, and you don't stand a chance. Oh, still got more in them. Come on, Thunderhead, you've got... And then he died. Because I'm bad at games. And it gives us a score, I'm pretty sure. Let's see what I get. That's game over. Got 49.2. And what's that route? Yeah, we got a B. I suppose B's alright. But that's been the Genesis version of, or the Mega Drive version of Golden Axe. That was good fun. But I've been Chastatic at Chastatic Gaming, and you have a fantastic day. Bye.